Let's talk about Spencer in Deerfield. Hey, Spencer, what's up, buddy?
Hey, thanks for taking the call. I've listened to you guys for years, usually driving around in the mornings doing my errands, so I thought I'd give you a call. Like a lot of people during the pandemic, we bought the big house and the big mortgage, got some kids in high school, and I've recently learned that there's a distant relative death in the family, and I'm supposed to be inheriting, $500,000 or maybe a little more than that. And I'm just trying to figure out, what do I do? Do I pay down the mortgage? Do I set money aside for the kids in high school? Load up the 401k? Trying to figure out how to coordinate the house with all this other stuff.
All right, quick question for you, then I'll throw it to Josh. How much do you owe on your house, and what's the rate?
I owe about $600 on the house. It's worth about $900, and I think the rate from a couple of years ago is like the mid threes.
Okay. So you don't have enough money to pay it off. You've got a ridiculously great rate. You could probably earn more on other alternative investments than paying down your mortgage, because if you paid down your mortgage $500,000, you'd have to recast it, but you could probably put that money to better use elsewhere. Josh, your dime, your dance, with your expertise.
Yeah, absolutely. First, I would start off with, depending on, do you have a trust at all in place? Or just
I don't know what that is. I'm hearing that there's some trust thing out of state that's holding up distributing all the money to these various family members, but I don't have anything like that.
So the money's in a trust that he's going to be inheriting,
which we run into quite often. Typically, I would say you would put a trust in place if you're over $4.5 million in net worth. So if that's the case, that's something we could definitely talk about. But happy to sit down with you and look at all your financial aspects and come up with a plan. I mean, that's really what that we were just talking about.
Literally just talking about
literally.
That.
Sitting down with our expert team to build a plan around what makes sense. Should we put money, X amount of money on the side for student loans? Do we have enough in our 401ks? How are we handling our debts? And I think really, my team and I can put a plan together for you and better give you some proper advice and direction and guidance while doing that. And there's no cost in that. There's no no fees in doing that as far as that goes. Happy to do that. We handle all aspects on our private bank team, as far as managing your investments, helping with your trust and estate planning. I could always refer out some estate planning attorneys to you as well. These are the things that we specialize in and try to help give you guidance on what the best strategy is with that inheritance money.
And you're literally in Deerfield, about 10 to 12 minutes from the Northbrook branch that Josh can meet you at. Okay, bud?
It sounds fine.